That's what
every word of that
fascism.
was just lit to me.
So
every syllable was just like, ugh.
I'm with North and that's it. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm from the Midwest, sir.
There's a town in West Virginia called Big Ugly.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
I love these facts so much.
Dude, there were legit 5 jokes running through.
Imagine right now
Where you come from? Big Ugly. Yeah, that checks out.
that ain't surprising at all.
Big, ugly West
Just look at your
Virginia.
ID. Are you the mayor?
Because, like, even, like, out of context, it's just like big, ugly West Virginia. It's like, hey, our state isn't that bad. It's like, no, I'm just saying a city. It's a place that exists.
Big Ugly, comma, West Virginia. Oh, I would hate it.
Oh, legitimately.
Imagine you're a basketball star hailing from Big Ugly, West Virginia.
Nintendo absolutely knows about the internet Triton because like a couple months after the Bowsette thing happened, they changed the crown's description. It was just like, only Toadette can wear this crown. So it's just like, kill that noise. Martin Luther King Jr. earned a C in his public speaking class during his 2 semesters in seminary school.
Who is that teacher?
Who's the dude?
Okay, is it a white teacher? And is that the reason why? Who was the dude that... Because you know you gotta wake up one day and just 20 years later...
That must change everything.
I gave him a motherfucking C.
He wrote the I have a dream speech in school. He's just like, why are you writing about dreams? Dreams are for children.
You'll never make it, Martin. This is trash.
Or does the dude wake up like, yeah, my C incentivized him to get better?
Y'all know I was his teacher.
Yeah.
And I told him that I was pushing him to do better.
Apply yourself.
Oh my goodness.
You can go one or two ways with that way. Either A, I'm a fraud, or B, I'm inspiring people so hard that I inspired the civil rights movement. Just through my teaching.
It's just some like physicist teacher in like the 30s is like, oh man, look, I'm looking through all these old papers that I got, physics papers. Look at this D- I gave to this kid named Albert Einstein.
Oh, no, surely that can't be the same one.
Dude, imagine Stephen King in a creative writing class. Like, C- sir, your adjectives, I don't know what you're doing. A dog with rabies, what's up?
In Tupac in math class, the teacher just comes up, Tupac, what I tell you about white raps in class?
You're not gonna make it with this. You need these numbers. Get some bucks in you. And then 4 years later, you gotta dance around to slip up. You want to close making it.
You know I taught Sue Tupac.
Oh, dude, I would never sleep.
I'd be shaking.
The PS5 in a year has outsold the Wii U's lifetime sales.
Y'all leave the Wii U alone. Tried his best.
Hey, consumers did.
Accurate?
That's not.
Yes, it is.
Early
Yes, it is.
adopter.
Exactly what we're going for.
Oh, dude, I will never forget that woman with all them Wii U's in the back of her car, thinking she was gonna flip them boys.
Oh, someone tried to do that near you guys?
No, it's a viral picture.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
You never seen it?
No.
Oh, dude, I'll look it up.
I think I've seen this.
It's unfortunate. Let's see what else we got. Well, actually.
Yep, all I had to look up was Wii U woman.
Wii U woman. Oh, this is gonna be
Get
good.
some. Get some, y'all.
No, I already got it on for you.
Okay.
Where's it going?
He posted it in chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Scalper beautifully boned.
Oh, and those are like even. Ooh. There's probably like 2 per box in the boxes behind her too. Yikes.
Boys in a back seat and everything.
Yeah, you can see him on the console. Dude, this is at least 10?
She's like, this is my retirement.
Yeah, she thought she was gonna flip these for double because remember the Wii was having supply issues, so this is the next console of the Wii, so why wouldn't I do it?
She didn't find it odd that she can buy in 15 of them?
Day one in the store.
Yeah, I was, because of like what the day I went through trying to get a Wii when it first came out, where I lucked the fuck out. By someone's generosity, which, where's that in this world? Where I was just so concerned about getting a Wii U day one, where I just walked into GameStop and I'm like, you guys go Wii U's? Yeah. Oh. Okay.
And no waste there, bruh.
Yep.
Remember at my GameStop, they had a tower of them built just for people to grab and go.
Yeah,
You
why?
ain't even gotta pay, Pimpin'. Just go ahead and take it.
Because they thought it was gonna be another Wii situation where they were just gonna fly off the shelf. They probably overstocked and everything.
Oh yeah, GameStop for real have that problem.
Please take these. We need to put we have another display that we need to put here.
$100 off, please, anybody.
Can I get this keychain? Absolutely. And here's
Scott.
your complimentary Wii U.
I'm good.
Wii U featuring the upcoming great title Zombie U. Remember that one? That was one of their big
They
hype
ported it.
titles.
They ported
Yeah, they
it to like
ported it.
PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation 4. It was on PlayStation Plus.
I played it at a con. That was a fun game.
It was decent. I got it because it was a
I
launch game.
will just never forget that trailer. Everybody's just like, end?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast of stuff, episode 287, where I am apparently on location somewhere because Ralph thought I was out of town when I never said it.
I legit thought this man was gone.
Based upon...
What would he even
So-
be out of town
So,
for?
so if you look at our message history in the group chat, I asked if we were going to stream something this weekend, to which Mike said that he was busy. So my brain auto filtered that as in he wasn't here this weekend.
That makes more sense at least.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I tried to give it to you.
No. You don't understand. I am so all over this place this week. It's not even like this is the tip of the iceberg. I went to fucking go out Friday night, right, to meet with some people and get a few beers.
Yuck.
I went to go feed my cat, and my cat has a water bowl that has a pump to it because he's a fucking picky bastard and doesn't just like still water. So his is like a flowing pump that he can go to. I poured his fucking food into the water bowl and it immediately vacuumed into the fucking pump. And I'm just sitting there like, this is my life today. His food bowl is right next to the water bowl. And I just straight up did that. I looked right at it and poured it in like, yep, this is where food goes. So I had to
People do
unplug
that
it.
sometimes. Ugh.
I had to unplug it, declunk the fucking pump. And yeah, that was the start of my weekend. It's how we're going today.
Ralph's just had too much positive stimuli in his life the past 2 weeks, so it just...
I'm not used to this.
This is the bounce
Everything.
back.
I am not used to being this relaxed and at peace. I am used to always being stressed out, tensed up, ready to fight, always surviving on fight or flight. Like, this is, I'm coasting and I'm not used to it.
Good to hear, though. Good to hear.
Yeah, it's nice. I'll say
So-
that much.
A bunch of random news tidbits to talk about, a few other things that just we've done. But first, as always, weekly reminder, Black Lives Matter, stop Asian hate, get your vaccines and boosters, wear your masks in crowded indoor places, support Ukraine, support LGBTQ rights, support body autonomy, pay your employees what they are worth, and be good to one another.
Maybe don't get vaccines since everybody apparently is shaking from it now.
Yeah, now it
Wait,
just
what?
started up.
What?
I didn't hear
Oh,
about
dude,
this.
it's a right wing, and it's mostly white ladies doing it right now. Suddenly, the vaccine causes people to involuntarily shake. So there's a bunch of videos going around of people just uncontrollably shaking all of a sudden.
What?
I'm
Oh,
guessing
dude.
there's some big ol' air quotes around uncontrollably.
Oh no, it is. Yeah, big old air quotes. Yes.
They're trying. You gotta give them credit.
No, we
yeah.
didn't.
You gotta pull that back a little bit. It's kind of not believable.
So I just saw something a little bit earlier on Twitter that now makes sense, where it was just like, my wife just took the vaccine and now this is what she's like, and it was the lady from PT in the hallway.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
the
oh,
twitching.
the twitching and the shaking.
Yep. That's what they're making fun of.
Fun.
Of course.
All right.
Of course.
So yeah, before we get into the new stuff, just fun things that happened. One, the Mario Party stream. Boy, the DA luck. I need these.
Outrageous sometimes.
I need these things to happen, and I win. Those things happened, and he won. And PG rage quitting the voice chat. Because I was just like, DA, I need you to hit the A button. I want to see what the stats are. Hello? Gone.
You know.
It was in the middle of my victory sentence.
I wasn't gonna sit there and be in the vicinity of this nonsense for a second more.
Be a direct
I told
party.
DA, I told DA, gather the switch, get the out.
Sought. Just sought.
Oh boy, a lot of fun. Got me my win finally. It had been, dude. Did I win it all last year?
Mike, I'm not trying to hear none of this.
Did I win it all last year though? I don't remember.
We've only played like 3 times last year. Collectively 5 to 6 games.
And I don't think I won any of them.
Mike, I'm not trying to hear this. I haven't won in like 4 years.
Yeah, that's you. But
4 years.
I'm talking to everybody else, not you.
Personally.
4
This
years.
man patting himself on the back after a 14-month hiatus, just like, yeah, I did it.
Yep.
All right.
Like you had a long drought or something.
I
Yo,
did.
was minuscule.
Couple wins under my belt. I'm appreciative for
The DA. I swear, dude. Shut up.
You just gotta get luck like mine. That's
No,
all it is.
no. It's
You just
it's-
gotta
it's-
get luck.
It's
like
not luck
mine.
because throughout the game, I am constantly second to third place until the final like 4
What does
rounds.
that have to do with luck?
And then because then
Nope. You just gotta coast. You just gotta coast.
No, stop
and
this
then
bullshit.
luck will come to you.
Dude,
It's like what
I
happened with
landed
Mike.
on 2 Steal Your Stars from 2 different people
You
on the
acted-
same one.
You're acting like that didn't happen to me,
I
though.
don't remember when that happened to you.
You acted like that didn't happen to me. That's
When did it
you're not
happen?
the only person that happened to.
When did it happen
I
to
got a star stolen and I got that switch thing happen.
Yeah, the
What was
chance
switch
time.
thing?
Where me and
Oh, yeah.
you acted like you
No,
the only one.
but mine happened on the same one. It's such a. I needed a 10 to hit it, and I got a 10.
I don't know what you mean by
The same flower. It was the same chance.
What does it matter?
Because that's incredible,
We don't know the odds.
dude. What are?
Yeah,
None of us know
You
math
can't even
here.
finish that sentence.
I can't believe you just went. We don't know the odds. Like the odds aren't gonna be staggering.
You the month that just like, oh man, my leg got cut off and my arm got cut off. I'm like, well, my arm was like, well, but my leg. Like, well,
No,
we
but
in the same boat.
your arm. It doesn't. It's less for you because you've been winning. It's essentially like you got a finger cut off. And I'm like, oh my god, my leg. And you were just like, yeah, but you're acting like I also didn't lose a finger.
Win that.
But you won the very next game.
That has nothing to do with that game.
Unbelievable.
I'm just saying.
This is unbelievable.
Y'all gotta get on my level.
What level?
What level?
Oh boy. And then in terms of just other stuff, went to OhioCon for the first time in when did we stop judging?
3 years ago.
That's been more than that, my friend. 3 years ago,
Has it been more than
pandemic.
More than that.
I meant three cons ago, maybe.
That's
So like 5 years.
I think it's been over half a decade since I've been to OhioCon. And not great.
Oh no.
You thought it was gonna be anything different?
Hey, it's been a few years. Just wanted to see if anything changed. On their
No.
site, they announced an AMV contest, and I go and look in their schedule, and then at the con, just like looking around, I'm like, I don't see anything on their AMV. I'm like, let me try the document on their website, the Google Doc. I search AMV, nothing. I'm like, okay. Go to some person, like a staff. I'm like, is the AMV contest get canceled? He's like, is it in the schedule? I'm like, no. He's like, probably got canceled. I'm like, cool. All right.
Good talk.
Yep. The dealer's room, Matsuri's was actually better. Usually it was flip-flopped, at least in previous years. But I think OhioCon has this like super strict rule now of no fan art for the artist alley.
Still.
That
Yeah.
makes no sense.
Cause that's what happened like one of the final years that we happened. I was just like, well, this is just gonna kill it. Cause I understand, people.
Hold on. You should have stopped yourself at OhioCon and killing itself. Like that's it. That's been its entire point for the better part of 8 years.
It's still going strong. Everybody's still
Yeah.
having fun.
It exists, not going strong. It exists.
But yeah, that was the rule one of the last years that we went. And I just went, what's the point?
Yeah,
I know people are trying to. It's like
Legitimize it.
Yeah, and who knows what kind of they're not trying to get done up for copyright and stuff like that. But you're gonna get minimal sales on a hey, this is just some person in artist alley, and that's unfortunate for the artist. But if you've got a Nezuko piece of fan art, and then you got your little comic book, maybe somebody will stick by and read the comic book. I would love to hear about the sales pre and post because of that
I
decision.
mean, the fact that the artist alley wasn't great probably speaks to people not seeing it as a worthwhile venture to go there, pack up all their stuff, all that crap, and just go.
I will say,
I'd rather just
there were
go
a
to
lot of
another
artists there. Like, mostly it's
I
just
got
like there's
nothing
nothing
for
that
you.
interested me. There's a lot of vendors, sword vendors, what have you. But I was, you know me, I like my t-shirts, I like my art prints, and there wasn't really any good t-shirt vendors that I liked. And then all the stuff was non-fan art, which I didn't really care about. But I do like the setup that they had for it. It was in one of the upstairs ballrooms at the Columbus Convention Center, and the lower part was just like regular vendors, and then there was like an upward like walkway around the perimeter, and that's where Artist Alley was, which was cool. But yeah, nothing super interesting me there. The guest list, boy, there's a whole lot of new names that I had no idea who they were.
DA probably would have known.
It's like I don't watch too much new anime nowadays, so like there's probably a lot of voices out there, and I know Ambro's looking through, and she's like, "Oh, Genshin." I'm like, "Okay, there's a lot of those."
Everybody's in Genshin.
But there's like the one person that I knew. He was the Joker in Injustice. He's like one of
Richard Epcar.
Yeah, he's like one of the more well-known like deep voice actors, like deep voiced voice actors out there,
What?
and regular actor.
Are you looking through the guest list? DA recognizes the people.
Xander Mobius was there.
Oh, yeah,
He's
Xander.
Joker.
Yeah, Xander Mobius was like the one name that I recognized.
Oh, yeah,
Joker
I recognize
slash
so many
the
names.
announcer. of
Cynthia
Smash Bros.
Krantz was there. She's Chi-Chi. Keith Silverstein is Speedwagon. Kent Williams, he's
Kent Williams. I know Kent Williams.
yeah, he's Supreme Kai and a bunch of people. He was every other person in Yu Yu Hakusho. He was the ogre. Michael Stenokoulos, he was one of the Venture Bros.
No idea.
You suck, Mike.
Yeah.
Laura Landa? She's on and in Attack on Titan, oh ho ho in Street Fighter.
Karen.
Karen. Oh, Mike, you just don't know names because these are names. You suck.
Yeah, and
Pretty
I
good
haven't.
guest list.
I haven't watched a lot of newer stuff.
Mike's
That's-
like, oh, this definitely.
Yu Yu Hakusho, Mike. I ain't say nobody knew. I said old heads.
DA
You
dropping
know,
the VA knowledge. DA knows a lot of VAs in general.
Even with that, like, Jesus, research. You just like, wow, what a good guest list.
I looked at what they posted on their website, which granted, that's me counting on OhioCon.
Yeah, that's not research.
But I mean, in general, I don't like going to guest panels or autographs or anything like that nowadays. Game room was all right. Arcade room was pretty good too. But the one thing that I really wanted to go to OhioCon for was just to play some Smash. And this is the best I've ever done at a tournament by far. Didn't start off great. So, you know, you go to an anime convention tournament, and there's gonna be quite a few people that are just there for the con, and they're like, "Oh, Smash Bros, fun!" and they're gonna sign up, and they don't really play the game in a competitive fashion. They just wanted to join the tournament, and that's what I was like gonna expect for my first couple of matches, and then we get into more competitive stuff. Round 1, I am playing this amazing as fuck Robin doing item combos. The minute they use a book or the 11 swords gone, they are going to grab it. They're doing this like out of shield, down throw the item into back air combos on me. I'm like, what the hell? We went game 3 last hit, and like both of us were like, we did not expect this round 1 to be so sweaty. What the hell? So I immediately get sent to losers. Fight my way all the way to grand finals. I actually got to grand finals for the first time in any tournament. And I've also competed in other anime convention tournaments too, and I've never done this well. All the way through losers to face the exact same person who knocked me into losers. They ended up winning at 3-0, but it was a lot of fun. Fought a lot of really good people, had some reverse 3-0s. Or a reverse 3-0 in losers as well, in top 8. So, I was very happy with myself.
You put that Robin up later.
They don't compete heavily anymore. They used to compete in the like Northwest Ohio region. I asked them afterwards. I'm like, "What region are you from, dude?" Like, you're awesome. And they live in Dayton now, but apparently they used to play a bunch in Northwest Ohio, but just aren't really like competing that heavily anymore. Zool was their gamer tag in the game, but they were going by real names at the tournament, like for the bracket. So I didn't like if they had a gamer tag that they used for like Smat or StarTG or whatever. I wouldn't know.
That's goofy. Why use real names?
I don't know. They're using like really old tournament software too. That like was
challenge.
Was the I don't know if it was like based off of Challenge, but it's like it was one of the progenitors of StarGG. But the only other person that probably like would have outright wanted out was there was someone who was top 10 in the Columbus area, but they had to leave for like family stuff. A really, really good snake. So, slightly happy that that I got to at least get to grand finals, like ever. But yeah, just I got beat by the same person twice, from round 1 to grand finals, which is nuts.
Yeah, that's gonna happen in tournaments.
Yeah.
Double Jeopardy, double eliminate. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, because like we even like before we started grand finals, we're like, this could have been figured out like 4 hours ago. Whoops. But
Bad. I heard that empty dew can.
maybe could be Pepsi. You don't
Ain't
know.
no maybe about it.
It's Mountain Dew.
Yeah, like.
Which actually, so getting onto the news then, and this is, as someone who is, a gigantic fan and loves Mountain Dew, why is all I have to ask about this. Mountain Dew is making a limited edition Baja Blast hot sauce.
Yep. Yes, they are. You're damn right.
Dew is trying to do a little bit of everything in the food because they have a Dew recipe for grilled cheese on there too, where you mix Dew into your cheese reduction or whatever. And I've seen there's a TikTok of somebody eating it, and they have all their family members trying it. Everybody's just like, "What the is this? This is disgusting."
It's gonna be slightly sweet and
citrusy. Can you imagine a citrusy grilled cheese?
And it's gonna be slightly off in color because it's gonna be a little bit.
Oh no,
green.
you were supposed to use green food coloring to make sure it's green.
So it's double green.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not being sold. They're only making 750 bottles of it, and you have to win it in a contest that they are running through February.
Oh, like this is some kind of big thing. Who cares?
Like this is a accomplishment.
You want to do hot sauce?
DA, rethink that question and rethink the internet. People are gonna fucking care.
It's not worth a contest, but it's worth trying.
Meme, no. One, I'm like not the biggest like super spicy fan, and two,
that's crazy. Spice is fantastic.
Mike can't handle spice. Mike has no immune system. You think he can handle spice? Reassess that one.
I enjoy spicy things at times. Just I don't actively seek it out all the time, like other people that I know.
No. You need spice at all times.
My buddy Ian, he had to have a bottle of sriracha on hand when we lived together at all times for everything.
Oh, it was Brett. He had a bottle of Frank's Red Hot beside his bed.
Dude, I've been, I'm black, so I've had friends that would put Red Hot in their popcorn.
You're not. No.
Yeah, you'd think. Yeah,
all the pictures that they've shown off on the list exist. Lies. He's not black.
Yeah, it's a fraud. I don't know this person now. Who are you?
The heat is part of the flavor of it.
No, the heat is just the heat.
No, because you can have pure heat and no flavor. It enhances the flavor.
It's true. You can have pure heat and no flavor. It's you got to like find the real way to go about it.
And it's delicious.
It really
just the flavor without the heat.
It doesn't work as well.
Heat is not a flavor.
I disagree.
Okay, then.
Heat can be a flavor. It can be a flavor.
No.
Yeah, it can be.
Who was it? I think it was Phil that said something like the creamy flavor of it. Creamy is not a flavor. But heat is a flavor. Thank you very much.
It's not a flavor.
Thank you very much. It's a flavor.
It's not
Thank you.
It's not sweet, bitter, tangy.
Sweet heat, cool. Double flavor.
Sweet rock. You gonna eat a rock? You can't just add something to something.
Pop rock
thing.
Boom.
No. This candy.
Rock.
Yeah, and it's got rock in the name. Boom.
Yeah, okay, that's how this works.
It's
Clearly.
got rock in the
That's the
name.
kind of attitude that wins you Mario Party over and over, huh?
You think.
That can-do attitude.
Beef
Sure
out
is.
here with science. Spicy is actually a pain response, not a
Yes,
flavor.
I've said this so much time.
Yeah, no.
I say that. I say that
Scientifically,
constantly.
it's a
Yes.
release of endorphins or whatever
Yes.
when you take
Yes.
it.
Constantly say this. This is my biggest thing.
And it's
It's
fantastic.
nothing but pain.
It's not nothing but pain. If it releases endorphins, it makes you feel good. It makes it taste better.
That's your mind tricking you into thinking that you're having fun, and I'm not gonna be tricked.
I mean, doesn't your mind trick you into having fun with a lot of things? Like Bad Movie Day, is that not a trick into having fun?
Yeah, that's a good
no, that's
example.
Is this why you don't like steak? Because you're just telling your mind, you're just like, I'm not gonna enjoy this slab of meat.
No, my mind tells me, yo, this is just a slab of meat.
Nah,
this is
you-
trash.
that's the
Pop
mind
some
games you're
ketchup
playing on
on
yourself.
this.
You're telling your mind that.
If they have spicy pop rocks, I would never try them. Spicy and candy does not go together. Hot tamales, all that crap, trash. Just had a candy tier list about this. Trash.
Alright.
Our fans are disillusioned every day with us. Every single day.
The stocks get lower and lower and
Do
lower.
the
You have
fluctuation of
stocks?
stuff. DA and I do. I have honestly thought about looking into a way to build some type of Python script for our chatbot so people can use points to increase and decrease our stocks.
Ooh.
But I'm just not
That'd
good
be
enough for that.
hilarious.
I'm just not good enough for it.
Oh, hey, Mike, are you good enough for that?
I mean, probably, but.
You lazy.
I can understand not wanting to do excess programming after
That is
your
the
job
last
is
thing
over.
I fucking think about when I go home.
Yes, I can understand it
The
because it is a lot of shit.
literal last thing. Dude, you don't know how long to the point where it's just like the guy who made this original plugin that I use for my music thing, where it's just like whatever music's playing on YouTube is the bottom scroll I have on the Twitch stream. I basically procrastinated making my own long enough that he finally made an update like a year later. I'm like, oh, sick. I don't have to do it.
Mike.
My work is done, but you haven't done anything.
I do not want to program when I'm at home. There are so many other things I could do that I haven't done for 8 hours already that day.
I
Anyways,
understand it, Mike.
let's get on to the news. Oh, the power of procrastination is fucking strong in my life. You have no idea. Last of Us 2 TV show came out, getting pretty good reviews. Pretty darn good.
Who else has watched it? I have watched it.
yet.
Oh, I have.
PG?
It's
Oh.
fantastic.
It is outstanding.
It's being fantastic. I'm so
I
happy
love-
they expanded on the beginning of it. It's
Thank
fucking
you.
fantastic.
I love all the little changes they've made to make this like more like not respectable, but like understandable to like people who haven't played the game. It's like they've tied in like little details of like Joel's past, like why he's kind of like a terror because he was in the military. You know what I mean? Like there's so many little things that we didn't really get in the games. It's like, oh, he's just a dude who's, you know, this, or he's just this, or they're just this. We're getting so much good intel passively, you know, directly. It's so good. What is it? In an hour and a half from now, I will be watching episode 2.
Oh yeah, same.
I love how like some of the like staff were like, all right, people, Pedro Pascal is not going to be crouching for the majority of this because it is physically impossible for a 40-year-old man to do this.
Can
Their
I just say-
their hips would break.
People are the most uncreative, unfunny pieces
Oh, yeah.
in history.
Oh
How many jokes did I need to see It's totally unrealistic. It's an unfaithful adaptation. Joel didn't die 40 times when he saw a clicker. How many times did I need to see this stupid joke?
They always, people think that they're the first. They say it. They put it out there, and then you're unfortunate enough to just see it so many times.
Hatred.
It's unfortunate, but that's the internet. People want to be the funny guy.
Yup.
Not everybody can be the funny person, though.
They try. They try.
I asked this to DA during Revisited. Do you think there's a person out there that believes they're not funny? Not in a, oh, people don't get my jokes type of way. In a, I know that no matter how comedic I try to be, I will never get a laugh because I am not funny.
Well,
Yeah. Oh, of course.
I do not believe there's
I
a
don't
single
think
person
it's-
out
Have
there.
to
you
that
not met
extent.
somebody who's that self-depreciating? Like I have.
No,
I have met people who are that
self-depreciating is-
self-depreciating.
that's more of a self-esteem issue.
But the thing is, the same thing. They literally know that they will make a joke like, "Man, that wasn't funny. I'm sorry." Like they exist. That's it. That's your
But-
example.
If that's the case, they wouldn't try to make jokes.
But they do.
know they would ruin whatever because they know whatever they say is not going to be funny.
Oh no, dude! Somebody who used to work for me was that way. He would make a joke, shakes it like, "I shouldn't have said that. I'm not funny." Like meaning dead serious.
But he's already made the joke, so
Exactly,
at some point
but
he
he's-
thought that was funny.
No, he just went, "No, I'm not funny. Why did I say that?"
Could be a nervous energy, want to say something type of thing, and
Exactly.
Okay, but you can say something that's not a joke, but you believe you're
How-
making a joke. And
How often do you think when you say something, it's like, here comes the joke, or do you just say something and just hope that it's going to be
when
funny?
riffing, a lot of the times I do think, oh,
Yeah,
this
Sam,
is
I'm
a
talking about
funny
you. No, I'm
thing
kidding.
to
Yeah, no,
do.
because that's where we're in the riffing zone. This is comedy time. Instead of just I'm saying something and I'm hoping that it's going to be funny.
Yeah,
That's
no,
a
no,
big difference.
but that's the same thing.
Kidding,
I'm hoping this is
kidding.
going to be funny because I believe this could
Yeah,
be.
see, you just added that.
But no, you if you're saying what was your exact wordage?
I think this is going to be funny.
I think this is going to be funny. Why would you think that if you think you're not funny?
Okay, this could be the time. This
So
could I could start finding my niche in comedy.
Then there has to be a person out there that just goes, I know I'm not funny if you're still trying to fight against the funniness, you still believe on some level you're funny.
No, I just think that they're willing to try.
Yeah.
Like
I don't see the difference here.
it's just a mental belief. Like
It's
I don't
just
think
something-
of a
as
person
somebody-
that
it's- you're just never going to be able to see it from that perspective.
yeah, I just like to me a person thinking they're not funny does not like there's not like some rule where it's just like I'm not funny, therefore I can never tell a
Therefore, I'm
joke.
not
No.
gonna.
No, not I can't make a joke, but I shouldn't because I'm not funny. It's like if somebody was super weak. What was that? If somebody was super weak and their friend was like, I need help moving this dresser. I don't think they would volunteer themselves because they know they can't lift that dresser.
But there's a difference between an active physical thing and somebody just talking and words come out. You don't really think about jokes. The jokes come out unless you're thinking about the joke going, okay, I'm thinking about the joke and now the joke is a coming instead of just we're having a conversation and I'm going to say this thing.
But here's the issue with that. One, you've already established with the whole, I think this is going to be funny as I say it. So that automatically makes it not oh, I'm just speaking and I wasn't thinking, but a joke came out.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't necessarily.
But to me, at the end of the day, though, like a lot of that is kind of superfluous. It's just their own mental belief. To me, again, it's just like
But
they could try to make jokes. Some might fall flat. Some might be successful. But at the end of the day, a person in their mind could still think they are not funny.
But the whole thing is, to me, if you truly believe
Ooh,
you're not funny,
you just
I don't know
answered
why
it.
you would try.
But that's because you can't see it from that perspective.
I can't
You
see
just
it from
answered
the
it.
perspective
It's to
of,
you.
I know I'm not this thing, but I'm gonna
Because
try
you
to do
aren't
this
self-depreciating. You don't look
thing.
that
I'm
bad
not
on yourself.
self-depreciating, Ralph.
Not like that. You're not.
Craziness, craziness, dude.
Not like that. You're
Again,
not.
You're just the stick in the mud guy when everybody's riffing. They're sitting
Uh-huh.
quietly.
Okay, but let's just say everybody's riffing and you know you're not funny. You know, if you know you're not funny and you're gonna throw out a joke, you could go, "Oh my god, I'm gonna ruin people's time because
Or
I'm
you
gonna
could be
try to
like,
I'm a
riff."
fucking
Or
hit.
you could be like, the energy is so high that people are in funny mode that they could laugh at this joke.
I don't see why you would interject if you are of the belief that you're such a non thing. It's just like if it was a pickup game of basketball. You're like, oh, everybody's just having fun out there. I know I can't play basketball.
But that's what I said. Another physical thing
Okay.
instead of just a
let's a math problem then. I don't know.
okay. You would
I
still
help a child with some math homework.
yeah. You would try, and then if you got it wrong, you could learn something in that situation.
I don't think you would learn anything.
If you're wrong,
If I don't think you would learn anything in the space of I'm not funny, I make a joke, nobody laughs, or I learned I'm not funny.
no, I was going for the math thing.
Okay, but it's all a mental thing that we're talking about. With the math thing, if you know you can't solve the problem, I don't think you would try to solve the problem.
I think
Because if you try to solve the problem, on some level, you have to believe you have the capability of solving the problem. Just like on some level, if you make a joke, you have to believe that it can elicit a laugh.
But if it was just a kid coming up to you and just going, "How do you solve this equation?" You go, what's the order of equation? Is it addition, subtraction, division?" And then you try it, and then they go, "No, it's this way." You learn something. You may not have had that knowledge right then and there, but you do come out of this with something.
Also,
That's a different. Mhm.
at the end of the day, you could just guess using the math example. You could just
But
throw
with
out a
the math
guess, and it
example,
might be right, it might be wrong. You could throw out a joke that you don't necessarily have confidence in. It might get a laugh, it might not. But at the end of the day, you could be like, "I'm still bad at math," like I am not funny.
But if you have the presence of mind to want to guess at it, again, on some level, you have to know this is a potential answer
So
to this math
are
problem.
you going?
But that doesn't
absolute
mean you
0%?
believe you're good
That's
at
what
math.
I mean. 0%.
What mindset is 0%?
That's
Yeah.
why
This ladies man could be like, "I could get any lady that I want," but he's not thinking 100% of the ladies.
there are absolutely people like an Andrew Tate out there that truly
I was gonna say,
believes no matter.
But he's insane. So-
But that's what I'm saying.
but
there
there
are-
is no
there is-
opposite insane
there
and
is-
somebody going, "They're not funny."
Yeah,
There
I mean,
is
like,
gonna be some insane
He's
people.
no, he has a legitimate mental problem.
Absolutely, and that's what I'm saying. Regardless of the mental issue, the question was simply: do you believe there's somebody out
but
here?
there's no example of that. We
No.
have an example of this dude who has a legitimate.
Was there example of an Andrew Tate before an Andrew Tate, and whoever was before Andrew Tate? Was there example of that person before that person? The examples don't really exist until they actually exist.
But we would need to get into the mindset of somebody like
Absolutely.
that. We have hours and hours of Andrew Tate talking.
Mhm.
What can we get from somebody going absolute zero? I'm not funny. Because we don't know if they actually believe that. We don't know if that's them.
And
just
that's
going-
my whole
because
thing. I truly don't know if there's a person. I don't believe there's a person out there that thinks they are 0% funny.
They exist, homie. They do exist.
All right.
Again, my whole thing was if they exist, why even try?
Because they don't see it that way. That's it.
Then
That's
they
the
don't
answer.
exist. If they don't see that they're not funny, then it doesn't. It's literally what I said.
I don't understand the why try mentality.
Yeah. Same here.
Because you could get a home run.
But that's my
Every
whole
now and
thing.
again.
If you're trying, you have to believe on, even if it's a 0.01% chance, you have to believe on some level you can get a laugh. You will say something funny. And in that instance, you are being funny. You have to believe that if you're going to make the joke.
I
Just like you
don't
have to
think you
believe-
need to. I don't think you need to. Again,
Okay.
a guess is not a belief. You
But
can
if you're
just
throwing out
guess and be like, "Hey, I got the math problem right." You could just throw out a joke and just in the back of your mind be like, "Hey, it might land."
With the
That's
math
not
problem.
belief. That's not
With
belief.
the math problem. With the math problem. How are you guessing? if you see the equation
You are
in
writing
front of
something down and just hoping that that's
No.
right. If it's
No,
a
no.
multiple
Let's-
choice, you're circling an answer, A, B, C,
Okay,
or
that's
D.
something different. No. That's something different. Multiple choice, anybody can guess a multiple choice. A monkey could guess multiple choice and get some answers right. My thing is, if someone has homework and they present this math problem to you, and you go, in your mind, you go, I cannot solve this. If you throw out a guess, that means on some level, you do believe it can be the right answer.
I don't know. I don't think so. At the end of the day, that is just a Hail Mary.
But a Hail Mary has some level of success.
Yeah, but success is
So you
not
have to
confidence.
believe on some level this will be success.
That's not confidence, though. That's not a
I didn't say
belief that
confidence.
you
I
are,
said, do they believe?
Yeah, and again, someone just throwing out a joke that they don't believe that it might get a laugh or not. They're just throwing out a joke. Absent-minded of confidence.
People want us to drop it, so I'm just gonna drop it.
All right. all right. That was a tangent. Why are you even here? We go on these. This is a podcast of stuff. we talk about everything.
Yeah. Do you want us to talk about what are the topics today? Do you want Mike to just regurgitate a topic and then us to give an anecdote and move on to the next topic?
Yes, that's what they want.
All right, reporting the weather, you bums. Hey guys, it's snowing. Moving on.
It's not snowing for me. Y'all fuckers enjoy that. I already got my damage.
Okay. So going on to the small news tidbits. For those that do like Melee and Ultimate, I did see Melee somewhere in chat. The weekly tournament that Hungrybox runs, the Coin Box, is coming back with a $3,000 prize pot every week, and then it's going to alternate between Melee? That's Melee and Ultimate every other week. But hey, for people that are very good at the game, it's a pretty nice weekly paycheck. Was it Sonic's from Ultimate? He won like 20 plus of the Coin Box tournaments that we're running every week at that point. So that's 54 ish tournaments. Won over half of it. That was an $800 paycheck every week that he won. So he made out with some good money. Now it's going to be $1,200 getting first place. That's also not counting any of the finishes he had that weren't first place that still had a payout. So yeah, cool stuff there. Avatar has officially crossed the 2 bill mark. Boy,
Get out of here. Do not. We shouldn't be celebrating this.
This is an egregious example of, even if there aren't a lot of people saying it, and make no mistake, there are a lot of people saying this, it is so bolstered by the premium screenings, by the 4DX, because the only thing they calculate are the money it brings in.
Mhm.
So if a regular screen, 2D screen, is $8, a 3D screen is going to be $14, a 4D screen is going to be $30. So if a $30 screen is packed, it's going to bring in a ton of money. The main reason these people watch this is for the experience.
mm-hmm.
To sit back and look at the giant blue people pop out at the screen of them and look real pitiful.
So there was an article 2 days ago that over 60% of the tickets sold have been for 3D.
And that's not even counting 4D.
For amounted to 1.16 billion.
1.16 billion was strictly 3D. Again, this is not counting 4D. Let's just say that's another 200 million. We're talking 700 million was regular screens.
Yeah, I'd love to see because, a lot of times when you're looking at success of a movie, what have you, you look at box office. I don't know if I've ever seen a tickets sold metric. Like, how many butts were actually just in the theaters in total? Not what kind of ticket, not 4D, not 3D, not standard def, what have you, just tickets sold. How many times
over
did
the
people
weekend,
sit in the
12,000
theater
or something
to see the movie, you know? I feel like that'd be a really interesting statistic to compare for something like Avatar, which is like, this made a fuck ton of money. It's like, yeah, but how many people actually saw it? That'd be a really curious statistic, and
because
it's probably tracked somewhere, but I've just never seen it.
Yeah, because like if let's just say 80, it would take 100 people to make as much money as 60 people watching Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
So it may not necessarily have as many butts in seats, but it's bringing in so much money, and I can't stand how much of the discourse is simply around how much money it brings in. I hear so little about the plots. I hear so little about the characters, except, oh my god, the TikTok thing memes of, oh, he's so pretty. He's such a handsome boy. Big blue daddy energy. I don't give a shit about that. I don't hear anything.
Well,
Yo, I'd go to TikTok.
Don't
Don't get on
Dude,
TikTok.
I don't-
They steal your data.
Yeah, I don't use TikTok,
so
homie.
I just looked.
You think I do?
IMDb actually has a listing of movies that sold the most tickets worldwide. Top 10 list. Number 1 is Titanic
That makes sense.
with 420 million tickets sold. Avengers Endgame number 2 at 400 million. Avatar 1 with 310 million.
Ugh.
Avengers
But you can see already there. Avengers was 400 million. Avatar 1 was 310 million. That's 90 million less butts
Ooh.
in seats.
They also have average ticket price, which is interesting too. Titanic was $5.2. This is a weird thing to see like inflation as well.
Oh yeah.
Avengers was $7. Average ticket price of Avatar 1 was 9.1. That's a 3D kicking in.
Yep.
Avengers Infinity War at 305 million at $6.7 per ticket. Number 5, Spider-Man No Way Home sold, and this is like where it's kind of getting into averages. Roughly 255 to 260 million at average ticket price of $7. Number 6 is Star Wars Episode 7: The Force Awakens, 255 million, $8.1 ticket price.
There were some 3D screens there and inflation.
Mm-hmm. What I think might be the oldest movie on this list. Oh wait, no. This is the fuck. Really?
You done fit up.
The Lion King remake.
Yep. It is the
But
number
since he-
1 animated film when it comes to gross.
250 million at average ticket price of $6.6.
Movie.
It's really not a good movie.
Not at all. Number 8 is Furious 7.
China.
Family Man.
Oh yeah, 1000%.
Roughly 240 million tickets sold at an average ticket price of $6.3. Number 9 is Jurassic World, 230 to 235 million at average ticket price of $7.2. And number 10 is Avatar: The Way of Water. 255 to 230 million tickets currently, and that's, still a running total.
Yeah.
Somebody's watching it right now.
But it's already at 2 billion and it's that low on the list.
Yeah. That's inflation. Adjusted for inflation, adjusting for inflation, I think, like, original Star Wars is the highest grossing movie of all time, like Episode 4 when it first came out.
I wouldn't doubt it. Lion King has 1.6 billion in gross.
Mm-hmm.
Avatar's already passed 2 with less butts and seats.
Nuts.
It's craziness.
I really need to see it. I just gotta know at this point.
No. One of these days,
so curious.
One of these days when they go, when they do one of these re-releases, I'm gonna go to one of these 3D, 4D boys to experience it.
I'm not going to the movies. No, I ain't leaving the
Said
house for that.
eventually. Because that's the true I gotta know. Because just the plot and the story, people already admit, no, that's not the point.
I admit I am very adverse to that because 3D doesn't work on me. So
Yeah,
I'm automatically like, no.
I am not the demographic for this movie.
Yeah, I can't. I don't. What's going on?
Hey, where's the accessibility, James?
Yeah.
3D is still 2D because at that point DA just closes his right eye.
It's both true
Closes
and
his right
sad.
eye. Oh no.
Because at that point he's just seeing a red image and then like a blurry blue blob.
Mike, when was the last time you went to go see 3D?
That's true. They don't do that anymore. It's just
They
like
got the
that's
normal.
Look at
Yeah.
you.
What are you, man? You're in the 60s.
that's 90s.
Mike.
I saw 3D for one of the Marvel movies. Oh yeah, Infinity War.
True.
What are you
Again,
doing?
that's just 90s nostalgia.
It's Mike. Ask yourself that again.
They'll continue to ask it.
You're part of the problem, Mike,
Oh, for sure.
of this nostalgia wave.
For sure.
God.
Triton, that is actually legitimate. Like, I'm not gonna throw shade at you with that. What I referenced is old. Back in the old and inferior 3D technology days, you would get these weird plastic glass, like cardboard and plastic glasses. One would have a red tinted lens, one would have a blue tinted lens. Because that's how they did 3D back in the day.
I mean, you're not wrong. It is how that was done, but still. That wasn't even okay then.
It really wasn't.
Oh, it was like, if 3D gives you headaches now, ooh.
Imagine.
Yeah, they're basically sunglasses now.
Yeah. Moving on to some other stuff. Suicide Squad. Again, like, I don't necessarily mind battle passes, because there are some people, adults, that, like, they don't have time to play games, so they'll buy the cosmetics. But if it's anything that makes the game easier, then that's no mas.
Not even against that as long as it's not multiplayer.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with somebody. That's when I'm fine with things like easy mode. Let people play the game however they want to play it. If they want to play with if they want to install a mod for God mode just to go through the game, I don't.
Got nothing to do with me.
If they want to spend $5 to get $3 million in game quickly, I truly do not care. It's when it starts getting into the multiplayer stuff like the GTA 5s where just buy some shark cards and you can instantly get the good cards and the good weapons. And I'm just like, no, not with that. My whole thing with battle passes is you're essentially spending money to play the game to unlock a thing a lot of times. So you'll spend $10. But you still gotta play the game to get the reward tiers of the battle pass.
For spending that $10.
The privilege.
Privilege of it.
Being able to play enough to get this thing.
I feel like
And the thing is, we all
passes-
know who we can blame for this, right?
There's a lot of people to blame, honestly. From Bethesda's or Ubi's, whoever it was, Horse Armor up to now. There's a lot of people to blame for.
WB has just have had a history of it as of recently. Multiverses has it. I mean, the Shadow War.
Oh, yeah, they had to walk back on that. They took it all out.
Yeah.
Fall Guys got it.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
people are pissed.
Yeah.
My whole thing is, though, if you're spending the money, it should be battle passes. Should be you play the game, you get the rewards, or spend $10 and instantly get the reward.
Correct.
Those should be your options, not $10 for the privilege of unlocking the rewards. No, because then if you miss out on the rewards, well, it's just $10
Just gone.
Yep.
So now you gotta play the game to be like, I gotta make my $10 worth it.
Guess who bought the first battle pass for Multiverses and then dropped the game and wasted that money? Right here.
And that's what happens. Like, it's ridiculous. And hate, dude.
Yeah, they did.
This is when people are talking about, oh yeah, they had to get rid of that stuff. This is when people are talking about, oh, I hate the way modern gaming is. But I feel like so many people are mad about quote unquote lack of innovation, but all they play are like Call of Duties and even God of Wars, which are just narrative games that play similar to the previous one, Fortnite, Fortnite, that type of stuff. There's so many indie games out there doing so many tremendous things that they refuse to look at because they're not the biggest, shiniest thing out there.
Yeah. And the thing is, though, is just like there's a lot of games that are their own encapsulated experience, like the days of yore. But if you don't like those games, you're not going to play those games. And it just so happens that a lot of the like more popular shooter type games, again, those have the biggest market, so that's when developers are like, Battle Pass.
Money.
Yeah.
If they can make
They go
$1,
full-on
they
Mr.
will
Krabs.
find a way to make 2.
Yep. Correct. So, yeah, obviously it hasn't been like, 100% confirmed, but it was a pretty legitimate screenshot. Speaking of games with battle passes and cosmetics and stuff, Marvel's Avengers is done. No more updates. And then this is a problem with like games as a live service stuff. Where
the service.
It's like once the service is gone, it's just like, you might not have things anymore.
And some things, depending on how long they were out, they'll refund people spending money to unlock things. Because I think one of the Marvel games was like that, where one of the Marvel MMOs were like that, where you spent money to unlock costumes or events or whatever. And they were just like, no, full refunds for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't last nearly long enough for us to just steal your money, essentially.
Yeah, one of the things where I'm not sure if Crystal Dynamics is going to do this for Marvel's Avenger. Spidey's just going to be PlayStation exclusive now forever.
They can't because Crystal Dynamics is no longer with Square Enix, which is the publisher of Avengers. Crystal Dynamics was just the developer.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, are you saying for a fact that they can't, like,
I would assume they can. It's probably contractual. They may be able to, but it would still have to go through Square Enix. It can't just be Crystal Dynamics because they aren't the publisher.
Yeah, but at least right now it's confirmed that Spider-Man is just a PlayStation exclusive. They are not bringing him to any other platform, which means, because I think there's like a whole like story portion with Spider-Man in that game too. So just if you don't have a PlayStation, you just missed a chunk of the game.
Sucks.
So that's unfortunate. We got a teaser for Invincible is finally coming back. It was a pretty funny teaser. I enjoyed. It was just like all the stuff that we have to do to make this cartoon.
I didn't enjoy. Oh my god! Look at the animation.
Yeah, big old vibes.
Dude, the mainstream has just been so distilled into a thing.
Thing I found funny though, just like not to that, but just in terms of the animation, someone was just like, "Hey yo, someone who typically animates 3D porn is the person who animated this," and they're like, no joke, porn animators, some of the best in the business.
I literally just saw that tweet.
Yeah.
One of the porn animators was one of the main animators for Skullgirls.
Yeah.
You're doing work.
You are a person animating all this. Come on over.
Yeah.
Come work for us.
Did you say come? What? How did you know? I didn't do it.
I want that in writing.
All right, let's take a look at your portfolio.
When can you work?
Well, yeah. I just found that pretty funny. But yep, coming back 2023 at some point. If I recall, DA, you have read ahead in the comics and are not pleased with where the story goes from this point.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Invincible. Oh.
It's It's still in the good territory right now, but it's
Okay.
it's gonna, depending on where it leaves off, how far it goes, that's when it's gonna start going down into the bad.
They need to start doing a boy situation.
Veer off.
Veer off.
But they did that so much with the first one.
So yeah,
Because
there's season.
It is.
Oh yeah,
I've so
I
much
have
different. But it's not-
read a lot of Invincible, so I know what you're talking about. Hey,
Yeah, there are a lot of things that I do not like.
so what is the thing you dislike the most? As
It's
spoiler free as possible, but yeah.
I just don't like the relationship is a big issue because I just don't believe it, and that's a big thing because I don't. A relationship has to feel earned, and it just sort of like they're just, well, we're two superpowered people, so we're together, and now we're not, and now we are, and now we're
Sasuke
not.
Sakura.
Yeah.
No, nothing is as inexcusable as that relationship. That's a world of its own, dude.
You say that.
Nothing is worse.
You say
Her
that.
hands are his treasure.
Yeah, no.
We're not
no.
talking about that part.
Yes, we are. It's all tied together.
Nah, that doesn't count.
It absolutely does.
She got that big, strong grip. That chakra grip.
Chakra hand jobs brought to you by 2200.
Healing touch.
Yeah, she'll break it and then heal it. You won't even know.
Taking. You know what? I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna stop.
Mike.
Nope.
No, come on, no. Finish that thought. I don't like that. Come on.
Jason Momoa,
Mike, fucking coward,
is seemingly staying with the DC Cinematic Universe. May not
more
necessarily.
likely, more than likely transitioning over to Lobo.
Yes, which would be fucking amazing.
Yeah, there's no reason.
He's gonna kill it as Lobo. That's not even a question for me.
I mean, it's who he's wanted to play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got the look, he's got the attitude and the personality. Like he
Even
was
his
an
voice.
okay Aquaman. Yeah, he's gonna kill it as Lobo. The main
Plus,
man.
he doesn't really like working out, so he was just like, I can just get a little fat as Lobo.
True.
Yeah, Lobo can get a little chunks.
On superhero actors, Jeremy Renner, he is on the mend, and it was actually kind of revealed what happened to him. One, he broke 30 bones. Jesus hell. But yeah, it was, so what happened was he got injured. He was trying to help a family member who was stuck in the snow. He got out his snowplow, but at one point when he got out to help them, it began to roll. He tried to get back in the driver's seat, missed, and his plow ran over him. So, yeah. But he's back. He's doing physical therapy rehab on the mend of all the 30 bones that he broke. Is able to joke. Apparently he jabs back and forth with Chris Evans in terms of like, I wonder how the plow's looking. He's just like, last I checked, it still has a full tank of gas. But yeah, it's good to know that he is recovering. Let's see, more actor stuff. This is sad but expected. Mark Hamill has basically said that he's hanging up the Joker hat. He basically does not want to do the role without Kevin Conroy. He needs the yin.
That had to have been a hard decision for him. He loved that role.
And go ahead.
It makes a lot of sense though.
Oh, absolutely.
He's been doing it for so long, and then you're just gonna have somebody just replacing Kevin, and it's not gonna be the exact same. It's like, no, it's just done with.
Yeah, and apparently,
what was
like
his last Joker.
DiMaggio.
Was it Killing Joke?
Well, no.
DiMaggio has done Joker before when Hamill didn't want
Troy
to.
Baker as well. Troy Baker basically does like an impression.
I said, what was his last Joker?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think he's done some sense. I just don't know what.
Yeah, said Killing Joke. But I didn't watch the Killing Joke. Or did I? I can't remember now. Literally can't remember now. That's crazy.
But yeah,
If
I
you
guess
didn't
like
watch it, surely you heard about the sexy time between them.
No, I remember the sexy.
That's some good stuff there.
What now?
oh yeah, there's a lot of there's that I remember
Right.
that drama.
Huh?
Internet drama about what happens in the Killing Joke anime.
Oh, the Killing Joke. Yeah, Batgirl. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, apparently this had been a thing though for a while. Because like I guess Mark Hamill will get calls where it's just like, hey, we want you to do the Joker again, and his first question would be, is Kevin Batman? And then if they said yes, he would say I'm in. If they said no, then he's like, nope, I'm good. So even
It's
like
crazy because Kevin would do some Batmans without him.
true, but then, like sometimes it wouldn't be the Joker as the villain though, you know.
Injustice?
That's true. I mean, I think like Kevin was just like, "Hey, more Batman. Hey, I'm in there." Just like no matter what.
No, with Arkham Knight, dude, he did not like that. Oh, he did the Joker in Multiverses.
Ah, that's true. Is the Joker in The Joker's not in multiverses.
That might be a rumor, but I'm seeing it's because Scooby-Doo and Guess Who, he was the Joker in 2019 to 20, and that's probably the last time.
Yeah, that looks like the last.
But he also played himself, and it was a bit meta. I saw clips. It was good.
Mm-hmm. Moving right along, we have a Tron 3 movie being greenlit that is starring Jared Leto. I had not.
People are not
Yeah.
liking it. People
Yeah.
are not liking that.
Maybe
Not
we
looking
stop giving
forward to
Jared
that.
Leto chances.
Especially with
But
his
he's a hit
problematic
actor.
nature.
He brought Morbius to life. He's a god.
Dude, who's doing this? Disney?
Yeah.
It's just the dumbest.
Oh yeah.
Jared Leto is so problematic. So many allegations.
It comes down to like, who does he know? It's the same thing with fucking asshole. What's his name?
Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller. Like, who do you know?
And it's
Who did you
because-
do cocaine up a hooker's ass with to
it's
do
crazy because alleged because WB there's a wrestler that died unexpectedly in a car crash over the past week by the name of Jay Briscoe. Well, that was his wrestling name. And like 10 years ago, he had problematic tweets about gay and trans people. And since then, he had done charity work for trans people. He had publicly apologized multiple times. He had supported trans and gay people getting into wrestling, making sure they got work. And WB, he died in AEW. He was part of AEW / Ring of Honor, and they wanted to do a tribute show, and WB was like, no. Didn't you see those tweets from like 10 years ago? But then Ezra Miller and Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, like, what are we doing? Mel Gibson.
It is all about who you know, man.
It's the craziest.
I just like to think that there's some exec at like WB or Disney that is watching this podcast and we say something like, oh, time to sue. And then BG just comes in with the allegedly. And they're like, oh, man.
Yeah, you got us.
Hey, man. Allegedly is a blanket. Allegedly, and in my opinion,
Yep.
your boy,
Magic.
get out of jail free cards.
Yep.
Shirt. That's a shirt. I just want BG like leaning into somebody's ear, allegedly.
The save.
He and I discussed merch once, and the puppets that thing did.
Oh,
They
dude.
would be. I would buy a plush of my puppet tomorrow.
True.
Allegedly is the legal version of in my opinion. It's a good.
No, in my opinion, is the legal version of in my opinion. Because you can't just say, yeah, he murdered that woman allegedly. Like, you can't say that.
Next up, this was cool to see. Kind of out of left field too. I hadn't seen any rumors about this. They are doing a 30-year anniversary Mighty Morphin Power Rangers special.
Just a year too late.
Yeah,
Legit.
he would have been there for sure too if he was still alive.
Oh,
to be
absolutely.
frank.
Not even a question.
But they got the original Blue
He
Ranger,
wouldn't.
David Yost, which
He
was the
wouldn't?
most
Yeah.
surprising one to me.
He said he was done playing.
But he said he was done playing Power Rangers like 10 times.
But then again, Mark Hamill said he was done playing Joker. Then they got him for killing Joke. So, but yeah, the Pink Ranger's not in it either. She was just like, they ain't offer me enough. Which is fair.
That's the
She
same
had-
thing that happened with Nev Campbell, Sidney Prescott in Scream. She was just like, "Man, they're not paying me enough for that."
So yeah,
Come
was
on,
it
she's
Amy
one of the-
Jo Johnson is the original Pink Ranger. But yeah, David Yost, who to me that was the biggest surprise because he was like viciously mocked and harassed in his time originally in Power Rangers because he is,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, a gay man. And
Yes.
back in the early 90s, a lot worse in terms of prejudice for people that are homosexual. So, and yeah, just like he has been outspoken of like, I did not have a good time beating the Blue Ranger. So the fact that he is back, he had a good time filming it. And just like in terms of like the community as well, like I know like he wasn't doing the like Power Rangers conventions for a while, but then he started coming back and has gotten a lot of really like warm reception in that, which is really cool to see. They got the original Black Ranger, Walter E. Jones. They got the second Pink Ranger, Catherine Sutherland, and then a couple of other returning actors. I think Steve Cardenas is the second Red Ranger. And Johnny Young Bosch is coming back, which if I had to guess, he's probably taking because the Green Ranger is in this special. I've seen screenshots of the Green Ranger being there. If I had to guess, Bosch is probably just filling in for that role. But
Sure.
Possibly.
but yeah, a lot of the like classic Mighty Morphin actors coming back, and they have someone who is like going to be the daughter of the original Yellow Ranger who passed away while she was filming Power Rangers. I don't remember the actress's name, but Trini was the character. But yeah, I think it's coming out like mid-April, late April. I'm gonna watch it. That is, you're talking about Nostalgia Boy. That was like the first show I was like obsessed over as a kid.
Worthless. I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but God, you're a nostalgia.
And now
You can't get them years back, people.
We try.
Nah. Move
We
on with your
fail.
life.
But we try. Now, some not so fun news. The tech industry is going through a gigantic layoff spree. Tens of thousands of jobs are getting let go right now. Latest on that train is Google. They have let go of 12,000 employees.
Dude, it's happening.
Microsoft has let go of 10,000. Amazon is at 18,000 last I checked. Another one that I just found out, Salesforce, 7,000. Facebook / Meta, more than 11,000 jobs. And then there's some other smaller things here and there. The one that I just kind of picked out, Riot Games has let go of a few people. That is 46 employees. But yeah, giant amount of layoffs in the tech industry. I think I forget who we were talking to. I think it may have been our Facebook chat where BG had said people overhired in the pandemic,
Yes, they did.
expecting things to go certain ways. They did not go certain ways, and now people are out of a job because of it, which sucks.
Yep. On top of that, a lot of those newer hires might be kept on, and they're letting go of some of the more senior people because
Yep.
they cost a lot more money.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be something like that. There's also tech just follows tech. If one big company gets away with it, they're all just like, oh, we can also do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Twitter was the beginning of it, where they cut a lot of their workforce, and the site for now is still running okay.
Yeah, Twitter.
So they're just like, well, we can do that too.
Yeah, Twitter basically like laid off like 50% of their workforce. Last I saw, they're like selling shit from their headquarters, including the like neon logo that was on their building.
Yeah. Last I saw, that thing was going for $47,000.
And Twitter, this is getting off tangent from the layoffs. It sucks. I mean, tech, I feel like there's always jobs out there, so I'm hoping a lot of people in terms of like the actual tech jobs, programmers, what have you, they should be able to bounce back, but it's never fun. It's never good.
Yeah.
Job
hunting is trash.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Unneeded stress in your life. Twitter,
gotta put on a face to falsely impress people.
One of my favorite things was I saw a tweet about cover letters, and it was just like, why do I have to write fan fiction of why I want to work for you?
It's true.
And it truly is just, this is a great opportunity. I love your work culture.
Mutually beneficial.
You a hard worker that work. Like, what are we doing?
I would love to see, because this is like, if I had to guess, this is probably the most copy-pasted statement in a resume, because I've done it so many fucking times, and I feel like I've seen it in other resumes too. How many people do you think have copy-pasted into their resume demonstrates high integrity? Dude, I feel like that's like the one thing when you're looking up resume examples online, that's the one line that's always there.
It's a good line.
It is.
1,000%.
You know, you can just imagine somebody just go, "Oh, high integrity,"
or whatever thing AI they use.
Filtered.
Yeah, high integrity. That's what I saw. That integrity.
Hard worker, teamwork.
Oh, Anko, cover letters are the thing work.
Mm-hmm. You gotta try to just sort of hard sell yourself even before your qualifications. So you're like, yeah, I got a master's in all of this, but if your cover letter is trash, you're gonna get that thrown away.
And then you can spend 40 minutes crafting a cover letter, and then the AI just go, they don't have enough of the skill. Next! It's terrible.
Yeah. And it's
God,
like,
work sucks.
It's one of those things too where it's just like, you know, I especially early in my career, I did job hop a little bit here and there, just where it's like, especially in tech, it is a thing where it's just like you work at a place 1 to 2 years, then they start not giving you a good pay bump, and then you get a pay bump by getting a new job. It is a thing in software development. And it's one of the things is like resumes and job hunting. You have to be good at bullshitting. You have to be. Like,
you have to be good at bullshitting without lying.
Dude, that's just jobs in general.
Sometimes you bullshit by lying. You don't know how many times.
It's gotta be a lie. It's gotta be a lie you can cover. You can't just be like, "Why, yes, I was a gold medal athlete."
My last job, the job I just interviewed for, they were like, "Do you have reliable transportation to work?" I was like, "Yes, I do." You didn't say a car.
Yeah. I reliably know when the bus comes.
I got Uber.
My legs flash.
My legs will take me there. So yeah, you gotta BS, but it's gotta be at least some nugget of truth in there.
Yeah, for sure. But it's just like, you know, like, hey, how many years of experience do you have in this? And you know the answer that they're looking for, so you will fib with absolute confidence.
And by experience, I did a project 2 years ago. So I have experience in it. What they're really looking for is work experience, professional experience. But experience is experience. Building a project is experience. Shut the fuck up.
It's like experience and confidence in an answer. Because like sometimes where it's just like, give me like, where it's not like a definition answer, where it's just like, hey, here's this problem. How would you go about solving it? And sometimes you bullshit your way into the correct answer in there, but as long as you're bullshitting with confidence, that's what people look for.
This looks like, so there's maybe a couple ways I would go about this.
My last job that I just interviewed for, they were like, how would you solve this computer hardware issue? What would you troubleshoot? I went on for like 5 minutes, just rambling. I'm like, something's correct. You gonna
and
grab
First I would check the blah, and then the blah blah. And if the issue is still not resolved,
just keep going.
because like especially
the
like
printer issue. I'm checking the drivers. I'm checking the hard drive. I'm checking the mouse. Sure, might be the mouse issue. Who knows?
because I'm at a point now at my job where I am actually interviewing, like I'm interviewing people. And that is something that I will honestly look for just because of my own experience being on the other side of the table. Where it's just like,
Correct.
there's a couple of people that I've seen where it's just like they like stumble, they fumble, and I'm like, if you can't even like confidently try and get through the answer, that's kind of a negative in my book. But if you like try to with confidence answer a question and it's just like, okay, that was the wrong line of thinking, but you still like you're like
you
like,
believed in yourself.
yeah, exactly. It's just like you believed in yourself, and then it's just like, all right, I've to me that gives me confidence that even if you are incorrect in a certain situation, you will bounce back. You know, the other side of that too, where people will be like, the answer to this is and then you like see their hand moving slightly, like their shoulder moving, and I'm like, you are looking
trying to look up the answer.
Yeah, you are looking up the answer right now.
But there are some interviews where it's just like, solve this problem, and internet open, because a lot of your work is going to be Googling.
Oh yeah,
a lot of it.
For sure. Actually, one of the job interviews that I did, they like put you in a room and had you do like a quiz, and I was being monitored. I was pretty sure of it, and they were actually looking for me to cheat as the correct thing to do.
Yeah, because you can't know everything.
Yeah.
There's so much out there, dude. Even just HTML, CSS. There's a ton of flex boxing and grids with Bootstrap and all this. There's so much to know.
Oh yeah, those are all words I know, legitimately. But go, you were saying something before I interrupted you.
Don't remember what meme spike. Meme. Absolutely, I've used my experience of podcasting and video editing in interviews. Because I had an interview for a video editing position for a baseball team, which would have allowed me to do like graphics and video packages for upcoming baseball season. And it's just because in my resume it's just like, I am a multi-award-winning video editor, post and do, and all of it's true. I can use all of it.
I used my experience running an anime convention department for the interview process and application process of my current job.
Yeah, you got to.
Like I'm used to running a team of X, Y, and Z and mitigating scheduling and programming, giving detail. Oh, dude, I went off on it. They're just like, wow, you've got some nice real world experience. I'm like, yeah, practice makes perfect. And they love that. You got to play your shit, man.
Yeah, man, you can't just be like, oh, I worked at an anime convention. That's not going to rock it. But you can omit what you worked at. You still worked it.
Transferable skills.
Yes! And you got to.
You can't be like, yeah, I'm trying to be a programmer, but my last job was a car wash.
Like, you got some projects you can point to? Have you built any websites? We need something definable to show you know what you're talking about.
So, yeah.
Dude, you gotta BS. There was one girl I was interviewing for a social media position that had an amazing interview. Everyone wanted her in the department. She ended up being terrible at the job, and we had to let her go because of it. But her confidence got the job. So her qualifications were so trash. She was awful, but God, what an interview. And I've had the reverse where I've had a terrible interview and gotten a job. I mean, dog interview.
Sometimes it's a personality thing too, like
yeah.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Because like you can have like the best credentials in the world, but you could just be like shit on a team. I've worked with people like that. Oh boy, have I worked with people like that, where they are just the most unpersonable person in the world. Especially in the tech industry, you can't have an ego, and this guy was the definition of ego. Where it's like, whoever coded this was like ass. Like, I could code this so much better. It's like, bro, you're saying this out loud.
There was
Never coded this. was ass.
There's a lot of stories about tech students coming straight out of college right into the job, thinking they're hot, and it's just like, you cannot have that attitude,
Dude, legit. So for like as a for instance, I've already come into this in my new job, right? So I'm at the point now where they're giving me like real projects. Like I'm being given things that are influencing 6-figure decisions. I was given this task by one of my coworkers, and I'm looking at this. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. What the fuck even? So I messaged my superior. I'm like, hey, question. So in this scenario, what would you like me to do to mitigate? So I use just straight up like passive business jargon speak. Next thing I know, I hear him call for this person, and I hear why the fuck did we buy this? Oops. I'm just sitting here like,
there's somebody that built. Oh, dude, I love programming so much. There's somebody that built a plugin or a site where you can type whatever you want, and it will transform it into professional speak. So it was just like, this is the dumbest I've ever seen. It'll be like, this isn't quite what I would enjoy. Dude, it's so amazing.
It was someone put super recently. I know what exactly you're talking about, where it's just like, I think it was like when Leffen was bitching about airtime limit, and they're like, I am a pro Smash Bros player named Leffen wanting to apologize for embarrassing my organization about airtime limit, and he spit out the most legit Twitter apology I have ever fucking seen.
It's amazing.
AI Noval. Yeah. Also, I love the fact that like people that don't know programming think that we like work in ones and zeros, like meme. Like, yo, your ones and zeros.
Legitimately,
I barely know binary.
Isn't binary like a C thing?
It's just it's intervals of 2. Each like, so like it starts at 0, then 1, then 2, then 4, then 8, then like
This was years ago when I did when I was doing an introductory course. The introduction talked about binary and it was for C. That's why.
So it's like, so 0, 1, 0, 0 is 2, because the second digit is 2. So 0, 1, 1, 0 is 6. That's 2 and 4. That equals 6, and that's all it is. It's pretty, and it's like all you learned, like what I learned of binary in school was that what
I learned in binary school was
it's
fucking SpongeBob memes.
Was that, and then like that gets converted to hexadecimal, which adds a few letters, and then that gets converted, like basically your code goes from hexadecimal to binary, and then that's what a computer reads. And that's the extent of it. I don't code in binary, barely know what
Mike
the hell it does.
Speaks in zeros and ones.
Yeah.
I mean, his English skills would have you believing that, but
I had to do like hours of research on a job I applied to, outside information just to get a second interview. No, but you gotta sometimes. You gotta know the company. You gotta know the people that are interviewing you.
Yep. Some companies are
like the company I work for. They really push for that whole like, we want people who know our company, know how we do things.
Yes, Hollywood lied the fuck out to you.
Oh, dude. All those hacking things you see in Hollywood, disgusting.
Again, the Last Born movie. I shouldn't have laughed. You weren't supposed to laugh there. I was cracking up. The only person in the theater.
I said that with Kelly with the pregnancy thing, because movies, it's just like, push baby out. You're out the door in 3 hours. And she's like, I've been in the hospital for 3 days. I'm like, oh no, movies, TV shows.
Yeah, my sister had a very similar pregnancy.
There was something on Stranger Things recently where they were hacking into something and they were using HTML, CSS, Flexbox. It's like, that's not how you do it. What are you doing?
No. There's a really famous scene, I believe it's from NCIS.
Oh, I know that scene.
Yeah, where someone's they're like hacking a mainframe or something, and someone's like, "Oh no, I'm getting counter hacked," and then there's another person that's like, "Oh no, I'll help," and they go on the other side of the keyboard. It's two people on one keyboard.
It's the dumbest thing ever.
I'll post it in the Discord after the podcast.
Numbers.
Dude, they just, it's like a thing sitcom where they split the keyboard in half.
But old people are just going, oh, that is hacking. Oh man,
They
really
doubled
hacking.
the hack. Like, no, it's not a sword
That's
fight.
one of the things where you just like, that seems plausible. I don't know enough about this to question it.
I found it.
It's the first result. You just type in NCIS hacking and it
I
pops
didn't even
up.
type in NCIS. I typed in double hacking.
That's all it's needed is hacker noise. I'm in.
This is so fucking dumb. I don't want to show it just because I'm pretty sure that's like a copyright strike waiting to happen. But
Absolutely.
there's like two people come up and start watching. It's gonna be here. It's gonna be in the Discord. Oh man, beautiful. All right, last bit of news. Justin Roiland. Oh my god,
dude. Talk about blowing yourself out of the water.
Like,
Unbelievable.
we talked about it a bit briefly last
Highly
week.
Believable.
Oh no, I was talking about the SIS. I didn't hear what you were saying. What were you saying?
Justin
Roiland.
So like
highly believable.
last week we were talking and it was mostly just his arrest for domestic violence and what have you. But now grooming is coming out. That he had a lot of very illicit messages with people that were underage, waiting until they were of age. Yeah. And then just like you see all these different podcasts and clips that he was in where it's just like, boy, this ain't helping. This is
Really not. I will say though, I am so tired of I didn't like this show or person. So it doesn't surprise me that they did this horrendous thing. Like it's gaydar but for good people. It's the dumbest I've ever heard. You're not better because you ain't like a person and they turned out to be a dirtbag.
You don't even really know the person too. Like,
You don't know
You
them.
don't know them. No.
You know their work and some of the words they say in interviews. You're like, oh, I never liked them. So it doesn't surprise me they're a horrible person.
and again, a lot of
clap
times,
for you. Shut the up.
Yeah, again, a lot of times it's an elevated self that you see too in interviews and what have you.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's
for
not
sure.
their actual
essentially
person.
a character.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Rick and Morty might be really, really done. Because wasn't he like half the fucking voices?
He's half the cast, yeah.
But they could. Rick and Morty is one of the greatest things of. If they change the voices, it's totally plausible in the show.
But it loses a lot.
There was
It loses almost everything.
There's a TikToker that does the voices perfectly.
No, there's people that can do it, but you gotta also. It's also not just the writing; it's the improv, it's the stuttering and all that. It's like, and he's also a writer on it as well.
They were doing that. Yeah, the writing might be a problem, but I feel like Dan Harmon can take over that enough. Because Dan Harmon wrote Community. Community's fantastic.
Sure. But then it's just gonna be completely him. It's like going, Lanny Couture can take over all of the writing for Team 4 Star. Then it just becomes, instead of a 3-person thing where maybe Kaiser likes puns more, it's gonna be less of that and more of whatever Lanny likes.
Yeah.
And it becomes less of the thing that it was before.
It'd be like if Revisited was just one of us for an episode. Like it's not gonna be specifically what Revisited is.
Mm-hmm.
And the improv is good and bad. It could go either way, honestly. They choose to use stuff, they don't choose to use
Honestly,
stuff.
Alfonso, I heard a lot of good things about this last season.
Last season was super good. Super f***ing good.
Been a long time since I watched it.
Yeah, you're good. For the most part. Seek
I
out the
stopped
good
after
episodes.
Yeah, I stopped after season 2.
I know season 3 has some good episodes. Every season has good episodes. You just got to seek them out.
All
And that's
right.
gonna be difficult to say because episodes that might be good to somebody might not be good to other people. Because I love the dinosaur episode and you hated it.
Yeah, I ain't like the dinosaur.
The dinosaur episode was great.
Yeah, okay. Whatever you say.
Oh, yeah.
buddy.
Actually, one last thing to talk about. Just I guess very briefly, it'll just be me and Ralph. The Legends of Vox Machina started coming out.
I am already current. I need more.
I was current
I-
that midnight
Yeah.
when it came out.
I just watched them. I watched them today.
I had
While
a
I was like taking breaks from cleaning and organizing. My
I had a
place.
feeling I knew where the cliffhanger was going to be for these first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
I was right. They did it fucking amazing. You didn't know, Amber? Yeah, they just started season 2. It's gonna be every week's gonna be 3 new episodes. I think for 12.
Mhm.
But yeah. Again, I more or less know the story because I watched the campaign, but just seeing it brought to life, seeing the different character interactions, animation's still pretty damn good. Story beats,
Oh,
I'm
hell
liking
yeah.
the interjection of like some of the like deeper character lore as well. That like again, when you're watching a Dungeons and Dragons campaign, you are just in the present. You are always in the present. There are no flashbacks in a Dungeons and Dragons campaign, typically. But just getting those like little tidbits of the past of some of the characters and what have you.
I mean,
Really,
if you're a fan of Critical Role and you haven't read Kith and Kin, you're making a fucking mistake.
You know what? That's a book I need to pick up too. I have not read it yet.
Mike.
I forgot that was the thing. Been reading all the comics. Have not gotten the book yet. But yeah, it's super good so far. Go watch it. If you have Amazon Prime, go watch it. All right, that's it. Fact man.
20 facts about employment.
Hey.
I'm gonna go V for 5, cause CV. But C is 100, so that does not count. 530. He said 20.
I will go
He said-
0001.
You said 20,
28.
I
right?
said 20. Right.
Yes.
28.
Okay. Thank you. We got 4, 5, 10, 9, 20.
0001, which is class
1.
2.
8.
Cool.
4.
4, 5.
Four.
Already 4. Yep.
In 1990, the Prime Minister of New Zealand appointed Ian Brackenbury Channel, an old friend, as the official wizard of New Zealand. He was given an annual
What now?
stipend, known simply as the Wizard. He was quite outspoken on social issues. He was even given the Queen's Service Medal for his lifelong service to the community. That is a racket.
As the wizard?
As the official wizard
That was
of
just
New
his.
Zealand.
That was just his friend or something.
paying.
He legitimately just gave his friend a title.
Yeah.
And now he's the queen's
That's
job.
That's some Rasputin shit.
Yeah, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Yo, I need me a
wish
friend like that.
I could work a country like that. Where I'm just like, yo, this is the wizard of our country.
Oh my goodness, he had robes and everything.
Don't say
He's
that.
just Dumbledore.
Don't say that.
Oh, he legitimately, he had the big old pointy witch hat.
I don't know about this, y'all. It's in the Discord. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. This seems highly illegal.
Dude, he's legitimately a
Can't be
wizard.
This
This
cannot be
This
real.
is just a D&D campaign that went too far. Just like, you are truly the wizard of our country.
So my last little bit of news actually was an unintended segue.
No.
This is ridiculous.
Our last 2 conversations just melded into our fact.
I
He's not a grand wizard.
Fucking believable.
He's not a grand wizard.
That's probably just like, don't, please don't. I'm wearing black. I'm cool. I'm cool with them. No, not them. I didn't mean it like that.
You may sit on the wizard console, but we do not grant you the title of grand.
It's unfair!
I do not grant you the title of wizard. Oh, dude, I cannot.
I hate them just as much as you. How is this fair?
I fucking can't.
Oh, boy. With that, we
He got
Are you sure
fired?
about this? Whoa,
He has been
wait.
condemned recently about his jokes about women.
No!
The wizard. He lost his job in 2021. The wizard.
He lost it for sexism?
We told you don't love them hoes, wizard. What happened?
Conjure a spell, make us forget. Make them disappear the words.
Wow. Wow.
It's crazy.
Sometimes you just learn things about
This is a
our
rabbit
planet.
hole of a fact.
Dude, there has to be YouTube videos on this.
Oh, absolutely.
There has to.
Absolutely. And we encourage you all to look that up immediately.
Queen Elizabeth handed this month a medal. He was a wizard for 20 years.
I mean, at this point, he's just living it. I can't be anything but a wizard at this point. So even if you condemn me and fire me, yeah, who's the new wizard? How do they get the title?
Yeah.
Do they have to?
Or did he just retire? Oh, here's a couple of things he said about women.
Oh no.
I love women. I forgive them all the time. I've never struck one yet. Never strike a woman because they bruise too easily is the first thing, and they'll tell the neighbors and their friends, and then you'll be in trouble.
Beat women? The yet was ominous in that sentence. I have yet to murder a person.
Oh, Godspeed, wizard.
He doesn't believe in God. He's a wizard.
Whatever dialytic and monolith in the sky that you believe in, you
Oh, praise Cthulhu.
Merlin's blessing upon you, great wizard.
Yeah, that's goofy.
Oh, wow. With that,
Is that where we're ending this?
yes.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
will end this episode of the podcast of stuff. We will see you all next week.
Later.
Bye-bye now.